Call meeting of the Pelican Preserve Advisory Committee to order. Could we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There you go.
There's Doug.
Marty Mantonfeld present.
Tom Shaner present.
Ed Hedges present.
John Berry present.
Patricia Zimmerman present.
Laura Leroy present. I don't see Doug yet. He told me he was waiting to join. I don't know what meeting he's waiting to join, but it's not this one. So I'll have Georgia send it to him.
Okay. Oh, we have any public comments?
Nope.
Okay. Approval of the minutes, we've got 3. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I'd like to make a motion to amend item 5 Bravo to have me included in attending the meeting.
Any objection?
He was there. He's the one that would know.
They got me on the Safety and Security Subcommittee one, but they didn't get me on the other one above, and I went to both.
You're a good boy. Give him credit.
I hear a motion to approve the minutes 5A, B, and C with 5 amended per Marty's attendance.
Second.
Moved by Tom.
Yep, second by John Berry.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Financial report?
Georgia to get that to Doug. I know he said.
To Laura or?
I did.
Oh, they were out there last night. That was.
Yep. Let me pull it up. Hot off the press. And we have the I have the draft of the audit. We're running through some final stuff, checking some numbers, going back and forth with the auditors. It'll be presented to the board on the 2nd. I think Sonia's done most of her journal entries, so I should have a pretty good idea. Well, by the time you guys meet in April, we'll know for sure what your carry forward is from last year.
So.
We're almost halfway through.
42% through the end of February. We're at 42% of the budget year. I didn't print out my sheet in time, but I updated it last night. But so far, we've earned $45,000 in interest to date. Our budget assumed we would earn $100,000. That was applied to the assessment. So we're
Halfway there.
pretty much. We're almost halfway there. We're almost halfway through the year. So
Yep.
it looks like we're doing pretty good on that.
And we did, I did authorize moving some money out of your money market account into some T-bills. I think we moved $1.5 million out of yours, either $1.5 million or $2 million, I don't remember, out of yours into T-bills. And if we need them for some reason, those are easy to quickly cash in. We just lose the interest. But we moved money out of the Gateway account and the Enterprise Fund and your fund and invested them. They're doing them every month so that they come for 6 months.
Better rate than the CDs.
Oh, yeah, way better. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. So that all that stuff is invested. And that's part of the $6.5 million in investments. It includes those T-bills. So Stephen Bloom and I have been watching the bank accounts, and when they consistently stay pretty healthy, we move some of that into some T-bills to help earn some extra interest.
And if we get all the revenue in, we're at like 90% or so of.
Yeah, it's like you're at like 94, 95%.
Yeah, it was over 90. I noticed. But if we get all that revenue, make our 100,000. If the audit doesn't make many adjustments, and we spend all of our budget for this year, we have right at 650,000 in undesignated carry forward. I won't call it surplus, undesignated carry forward,
Bob's here.
sitting there right now. So
What's the schedule for the administrative building expenses?
As of right now, we're expecting to take occupancy in August. So everything should hit before the end of the fiscal year.
Are you just waiting until you're done on all your bills to take it from us?
We've been taking it from you, a little bit at a time. We haven't had to get into the capital outlay portion of it yet. It's still been coming off the bond. So, yeah. So that should all be done before the end of the fiscal year.
Does it look like that's enough money?
but the
As of now, yeah.
flourish,
Oh, hang on. I gotta mute Doug. Getting feedback.
or if you've been taking it out of the bond, shouldn't it show up on the last line item, which was the bond?
Your date actual?
I didn't transfer that into here. It's coming out of your actual bond account. I just didn't transfer it over to this page. So I just want to show for the record that Doug Zanter did join the meeting.
I'd like to make a motion to allow Doug to participate remotely due to extraordinary circumstances.
Second it.
And moved and seconded, moved by Marty, seconded by Patricia. All those in favor to let Doug participate due to extraordinary circumstances, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I wanted to ask a question about the auditing. Is it typical to have an audit completed halfway through?
Yes.
The final, the
Yep.
next year?
Absolutely. Actually, that's kind of fast.
That's fast.
Yes. Because it takes a while for us to get the things in and to get them posted. And then by the time we get everything that we need put together for the auditors to begin looking at it, it's usually the end of the calendar year. And that gives them 3 months to get through everything. So I have been living and breathing audit since probably the beginning of November.
How long is the contract for?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. We have a new audit firm. This is our first year with them too. So the audit did take a little longer than
All right, so this is
normally.
our first year with the new firm.
Yes.
Okay.
And so
Learning
we
curve.
had a lot more stuff that we needed to supply with them, and so we have a fresh set of eyes looking over everything as well. So this was all new to them, so they've learned some stuff, and we've learned some stuff, and there was nothing bad in the audit. I saw the draft, read through it, and there's nothing bad. We're doing everything good. We have more money than we had bills, which is the end goal, so.
Thank you.
Good thing. I did want to mention, Peggy had asked me, since this is Doug's first meeting, even though he's online, because he's a busy guy, she wanted to make sure that we welcomed him to his first meeting with PPAC. So welcome, Doug, to your first meeting with PPAC. Even though you're not actually here in person, you're still here.
I want to
In
talk.
spirit, I'm there in spirit.
Oh, there he is.
And I did see him Monday, because we went, I think I sent you guys the pictures from, we went to give a plaque to Ernesto from the mosquito control, for those of you who know who Ernesto is, since he's retiring on tomorrow. Tomorrow's his last day. We gave him a,
I brought you guys, I
you have
turned
to
it
mute
off, I
your
promise.
computer.
Oh, that's the other thing I can do.
So we did give him a plaque to thank him for all the help that he's given us over his time with the mosquito district and pond testing and water stuff, so.
Good.
On to item 7, the subcommittee updates. Did we actually have some?
Ponds. He just for the financials, because you guys already saw it, that's why it just says to see my report. All right, Doug, you're on for, if you want to, I'm
Okay.
assuming you give the ponds update.
Okay, I will. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes.
Pond 43 restoration is going, we had some reservation with a low bid, but it's going smoothly. We're over halfway done, and that was over a week ago. So I think we will complete here in this month and start that's when we'll start the grass on the banks and then the littoral. So things are going smoothly, and we've had no hiccup at all. Ravenna, I think I mentioned that last time, I was in last month's report, but we've completed 10710 and 10720. That was not done before. The littoral, this is the same as last. We have multiple ponds that will start in April and May. The entrance fountain maintenance, we're looking at changing. I don't know the exact percentage. Laura, you probably know the exact percentage, but the pool trooper significant, let's just say it this way, significantly increased our maintenance.
I
And
I have an update for you on that.
okay,
They are not changing their price. They
yeah,
can't
I
per
seen
our
that.
contract. Yep, so
I
we have them until, at least until the summer when they can give us a price hike, which will give you guys a little more time to try to find someone else. So they went back down to the $200 a month because they tried to raise it to like $425. And they only have so much time to inform us of the price increase. They passed the window and they didn't send it to us. They were sending it to Doug, but it was outside of their window of opportunity to let us know that they were gonna raise it. So they have to go back and charge us the $200. So we're paying
So
$200.
just so you know, in that area, pool troopers was doing okay for our maintenance. They also had the town center PPCA contract, and the PPCA canceled the contract with pool troopers, and after that, maintenance went down significantly. VIP, we're getting a couple more bids. We might change anyway, just because of the
Yep.
fact that the VIP pool has the maintenance with PPCA, and we believe that will be the ponds group's decision, the group decision. That'll be in the April meeting. They'll talk about that. The other thing is we will have a person to replace. There's actually two job posts now. One to replace me, and then another one to replace Lynn Applegren. He is not stepping down from the ponds group, but from the core group because he's not able to attend enough of meetings. So we will have two postings. Right as of today, we have two candidates that have submitted, but it's early. I'm hoping to get more, but that's where that is at. That's all I have for an update.
Doug, this is Marty. So is Jim the next chair of that subcommittee?
They have to vote on it at their next meeting.
They
Next
will
meeting.
vote. Yeah, they will vote on it. It would surprise me if he was not, but that's just my guesstimate, but it will have to be voted on.
Yep,
Okay, next meeting, thank
They
you.
have to choose a chair at their next meeting, since Doug
And-
resigned in between meetings, so.
And the vice chair will also be selected at that time.
So
Okay.
Doug, this is Patricia. The announcement will go out tomorrow that there are two openings available and people can submit their applications. That will go out to the community tomorrow. So you should get a few more.
Okay, that's it.
Any other questions for Doug on ponds? Okay. Safety and security update, did we get one here?
Yep.
Okay. Were there any questions on?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn the TV on. It's going there, it's just not showing, sorry.
Street lighting is moving along fairly well. We didn't hit too many water mains. A couple electric lines, but they've really done a pretty amazing job of their boring to keep it as clean as they have. So.
You were much luckier than we were, so, yeah.
So this is Marty, question. The next roadway for 2027 is from the four-way stop to where along Pelican Preserve?
Next year's hasn't been decided yet.
Correct. They were talking about doing arterial roads and not doing a main road, but we aren't sure yet. They haven't decided.
All right, thank you.
One option is to do Triest and finish that whole area up there. That way it would be done.
Oh, because Trieste, they only seal coated, which did nothing for the quality of their roadway.
Oh, come on. I turned it off. It's ridiculous.
No other questions? Moving on to the landscape update.
And, oh, for safety and security, I met with Jay for about an hour earlier today to kind of go over budget stuff. So, since this is his first year as chair.
So Laura, I have a question. This is Marty.
Yep.
So last meeting, I asked for a presentation from the Parks and Recreation. Why aren't they on the agenda?
You didn't specify that you wanted it at this meeting, you said a future meeting, so we're coordinating that with them.
All right, because I saw their last presentation to the Board of Supervisors.
Yep.
Really needs some work.
The comment on Mark's, I know they're putting running electrical to the 3 roundabouts for Christmas decoration lighting, Christmas lighting, but then they're also exploring year-round illumination of the trees or palms or whatever are on those roundabouts.
They bored through it already, so.
Yeah, they hit one of the water lanes in Prado, so.
What are the 3 roundabouts? You got Prado, Casella?
The entrance to Plaza,
Oh, okay. Plaza.
Casella, and Prado. The entrance to the roundabout at,
So they're putting power to the medium strip too, right? Along Pelican Preserve Boulevard?
somewhere along Pelican Boulevard. I'm not quite sure where, but yeah.
Right behind the gatehouse.
You don't have to run as long of an extension cord to light up the palm trees. And
Well, at least an extension cord wouldn't be subject to snowplows.
Never know. Got a little chilly this year.
Okay, no further questions on the subcommittee updates. Let's move on to items for discussion. Communication, 8A, communications review.
Let's see, pull it up. The one that went out today is updating on the FPL project. Good news that it will be done by the end of the month. The one bulletin going out tomorrow is going to announce the 2 openings on the pond subcommittee, and that will go out tomorrow, so that's good. I wanted to comment that both Chelsea
we can
and
shut that.
Randy did a really good job.
It has to stay open.
Partially open.
I know, it has to stay open.
That Randy and Chelsea did an excellent job yesterday in the Who You Gonna Call presentation. It was not very well attended, unfortunately, but there were so many good points in their part of the presentation. I think we should put out a bulletin that just highlights all that stuff in a really easy to digest way so that people can have it easy to access. That might not be a bad idea to do a follow-up. So I'm going to talk to, I'll talk to Chelsea and Randy about doing that.
And we had flyers printed up and refrigerator magnets.
And I handed them out. Everybody who attended yesterday got one of each.
Really?
That's all I can do is just hand them out. And people don't take them. So,
Hand them out too, and they still call me instead.
yeah, they call you instead. What's that?
Their flyers and the magnets are at the coffee station.
Yeah, there's plenty of places people can pick them up, so they're still being used.
Patricia, my only comment about that presentation was they jumped right into the CDD, who you're going to call, and it's probably me being a map guy, but it would have, to me, might have been better to start off with kind of a visual of a map, and here are the areas that CDD is responsible for, here's the town center, which the master is responsible for. A lot of people still don't get it, and to have that vision, and then the neighborhoods that each neighborhood is responsible for their own, and just to start out at that high level to try to start getting a little bit of understanding, so
Who's got what water?
I wonder, is there such a map?
it's online.
Okay, yeah, I think that's worth looking at. And also, I think Perry said at the very beginning, they should explain what they're responsible for before they tell you how to get in touch with them about individual issues. It was like they didn't give the broad picture. That was, you did finally ask her, yeah, to remind us all. So
Get beyond that in less than an hour.
it was well done, but those are two really good points about how to get into it a little bit better.
Well, they were supposed to replace the map that's currently hanging up in the conference room
Pelican Lounge?
in the Pelican Lounge, but that has never taken place.
It's being worked on.
Being worked on.
Revised periodically.
And I think it would be nice to update about the ponds, work going smoothly, being halfway done. I know they're keeping the people in that HOA well informed, but might be good to announce that the grasses are going to be going in, and there'll be even more construction. Every time we turn around, there's more trucks coming in. But that might be a good bulletin going out right away, too.
I think they're
I
expecting
will
to
get
finish it
with
by the end
Jim
of the
on,
month.
I will get with Jim on that, even though he's not the head of the core group, he is the vice president, and there is no president. So I'll get with Jim on that. They get you some detail.
Okay. Anybody have any questions about communications?
Yeah, we welcome Doug, and he's now part, but I guess, Doug, you're the pond liaison, correct?
Has not been voted on by PPAC.
Do we need to vote on that?
I don't think you need a
It's
vote.
informal. I think everybody just kind of assumed that that's what he was going to do. But if you guys want to make a motion and vote on it, you can go
Doug,
right
you're
ahead.
it.
You're right, Doug.
Okay, because just so you know, I had already talked to Peggy about wanting to do that, and she had zero problem with giving up that responsibility.
That's what I understood, but I
think it
thought we
makes the
better
most
confirm
sense.
that here. before we
Yeah.
go
The
too
minutes
much further.
reflect that it was unanimous.
Yes.
I think that makes the
By
most
decree.
sense. Yeah. By royal decree, you're still it,
Yeah.
Doug.
Okay.
Hey, Doug, when are we going to reset the timer on the fountain behind the Brokey Center? It's daylight savings time now. It's going off an hour. It's going off
I
an
think-
hour late.
Okay, either that or we wait 5 months, right? I will get with Jay.
8 months. It's not till November.
Nothing else on communications. Let's move on to 8B, the budget discussion.
Okay. So this is the same sheet that was in there the last time. I will have things for you at actually Chelsea will, because I'm on PTO that week, but I might dial in just because it's budget stuff. For your next meeting with the recommendations from the committee, since they will, except for ponds, will have met by then with their recommendations for what they want to do. So I, again, need to do my annual, please let them do their budgets and bring them to you. They are the ones that are responsible for the management of this and doing the projects and things like that. So the more they only get to do it once a year. So the more that they do it, the better they're going to get at it. As you know, I do watch everything. If I think something is off, I will definitely ask a question. So please let them bring the budgets to you, and then you look at them, and then they go to the board.
Or a question on the entrance monument. Since PPAC is soliciting an architect to look at that front entrance, and Mark really doesn't want to be responsible for it, would it be better to designate that as a PPAC project rather than a landscape?
Well, just the way that it gets allocated with the methodology, it would fall under roads. Because of the way that it needs to get allocated for the expenses, because it's a monument, which is
Doesn't it
part of
just-
roads, so. Which would technically be safety and security / landscape, it's both, so.
Can't wait to see the broccoli that says
That's not-
Gateway at Pelican
I wouldn't
Preserve.
even move it out a year.
But that, I can bump that out, because you're gonna need some money next year for the architecture work, but the actual construction would come the year after. And that's fine. So again, this is from the 26 budget. I did not change anything. This is what was presented for the fiscal 26 budget. So I just wanted to give you guys a landing spot.
So when can we expect to see numbers filled in by the
Next meeting.
subcommittees for 2026?
April, your next
April.
meeting. Yep,
meeting.
yep, because I'm meeting I will meet with Ponds before you guys have your meeting to get information from them, and Safety and Security and Landscape both have their meetings before your next one. So I'll have everything populated to present to you for April.
Thank you.
I do know that Safety and Security and Landscape flat for this, from this last year.
We'll see.
Yeah, they spend too much.
For the high water mark, that's their intent.
And that was what I had talked to Jay about, was to make sure that if there was other things they wanted to put in, that they put them on there. I said, it's the high water mark. You can always go down. You can't go up. So if there's anything that they're even remotely thinking about doing, just put it in there and we can always take it out. So, or push it out a little bit. So that's why I said, just please let them bring you their budgets and then we can go over them and then we'll take that to the board.
Hey, Laura and Ed, I never totally understand the difference between putting this in as capital and then it also goes in an O and M.
It doesn't, I can explain that because I talked to Jay about that today. You guys don't have a separate capital budget. The general fund and the enterprise fund actually have a separate 300 and 301 fund for their capital projects. Yours actually show up in 002, which is why my thing at the top where it says included in the 002 O&M budget. So your capital projects show in the O&M portion of it underneath your respective areas of the budget because you don't have a separate capital projects fund.
So the only thing this is really, it can do a job of projecting what the O and M significant impacts might be in the future beyond just waiting for the next budget year. Is that a fair
Yeah, and
statement?
it also helps us look at if you guys are planning on doing some really big projects in years coming up and you have a lighter budget for like the next few years, maybe you start to put some stuff into your reserves so that it doesn't hit all at one time. And without
Okay.
knowing the big picture, it doesn't give us an idea of everything that you're kind of planning to do. Then you have those discussions. Do we just want to pay for it when it's going to happen? Do we want to start stashing a little bit aside over the next few years to save up for it so that the hit isn't so big in the year when we decide to do it? And without mapping it out like this, it just makes it hard to see it that way if it's just stuck in the O&M part of the budget. So that's the only reason that we do this page for you guys. But all of these things end up under your 002 budget. It's just that we lay them out here to make it easier to project.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to ask a stupid question now. So for fiscal year 2027, do they have to show $300,000 that they're going to pay back because they borrowed it from 2027?
Not here, but it will show up under the 002 portion because that's not actually capital. It'll show up as a line item in the other part. Just like where it showed up that they were going to use it, we'll show that it has to get paid back. So.
And it probably won't be 300K, Marty. It'll be actual, it'll probably be closer to 100. Once we actually finish the project, I think it'll be closer to 400 than 600.
Okay.
And they may have enough bottom line that their budget as a whole has enough to cover the overage and they don't actually have to take anything out of the reserves. So we'll have to wait and see. Any other questions? If there's anything that you as PPAC have as capital things that you would like to have that you want to recommend, please send them to me and I will make sure that they get added onto this sheet and they'll get brought to the appropriate committees, subcommittees.
Are you getting it from Mark Eversman, the landscaping one?
I will at their
He
meeting,
was
a
talking
couple
about
weeks,
he
whatever.
knows he's got something in the future for sprinkler maintenance and
Yep.
all that stuff. But
Yeah,
he's-
I talked to
he's
Jay a
years
little
away,
bit.
But he knows it's coming.
I talked to Jay a little about his stuff today, and then we'll talk about that during the landscape meeting too. And then we can start plotting this in here. I have 10 years worth of stuff, so we'll be able to project out 10 years.
Okay, perfect.
We don't have to. I mean, you guys only usually do about 3 or 4, but we can go up to 10.
Eight C, Landscape Subcommittee Member Recommendations.
They had 2 openings and 2 recommendations.
Waiting for us to approve this?
You need to make, yeah, you guys
I'd
need
like
to
make a
approve
motion to
it, so.
approve both candidates.
John moved approval Tom
Already seconds.
seconded. All
Already
those, any
seconded,
discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I,
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
All right. And then, let's see, where's my
And
sign?
parcel update, our homeless shelter.
Yeah, that's been interesting ongoing. The police have been in there several times doing stings. There were some people hauled out. We've taken truckloads of belongings and garbage and all kinds of stuff out from both behind the monument, behind the Winn-Dixie, along the way to the Winn-Dixie. So we've been out there pretty regularly cleaning up. So we actually got, after we asked the Fort Myers Police Department to trespass the people, they actually cited us for having people on our, like, for them being there. And I'm like, well, we asked you to remove them. So that was a fun conversation. So, yeah. So we've got people looking, but no bites yet. You can see they gave us their February numbers here. So there's people poking at it, but no bites. And then I was just gonna also mention, I guess next is staff update, yeah. I was gonna bring up the who you gonna call if you didn't. So Chelsea said that she thought that it went good. They didn't realize that they were gonna be the main topic at the presentation. She thought they were just gonna be a portion of it. They didn't realize that they were like the thing for that. So she was surprised and glad, and she said that people had a lot of good questions. So thank you for having us to do that, and I noted your feedback, and I'll take that back to Randy and to Chelsea.
What's the, what do they recommend? I mean, do we just leave it there, leave the signs up, see when they try, or do they start adjusting the price? Any idea what the process is going forward on this?
I don't know, but I will ask those questions and bring that back next month.
There's not any interest after some period of time. I mean, we might as well.
I don't know what,
Remove the for sale signs and
I don't
stuff.
know what's considered normal for property like this, you know, if it is normal for it to be this slow, I'm not sure. So I'll make sure we ask those
Very unusual
questions. And
property, though. It's
it is
not like
very,
a normal commercial lot.
I know C4 has been vacant for a long time, and I don't think there's been any interest in it either, so, across, so. Okay.
What if
All
we
right.
drop the price?
well, that's what I'll ask. Yeah, if they have recommendations.
Remember, anybody have anything for the cause?
I was gonna ask about the corners.
Anybody else have anything else? Next meeting is April 9th. Anybody?
I will be here.
I will be here.
Doug, are you going to be here?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I don't
And
know.
I'll check in with Peggy.
Sounds like we'll have a quorum, so.
Make sure we tell Peg that this is probably the fastest meeting we ever had.
There's a new standard that's been set.
That has something to do with the agenda.
You didn't have a lot of heavy discussion items. I expect next month to take longer with the budget stuff on it, so. Is there anything besides budget that, and the questions you had about the monuments on the corner there, that you want to have on your agenda for next time, besides the standard stuff?
Ponds and Recreation.
Might be good to get an update
Parks
on
and
the
Recreation.
landscape architect selection or whatever process.
Okay.
so.
Parks and Rec.
I have it on here. I'll see if we can get them to come next time.
Would that at the same time you're having your initial budget discussion?
Well, I'd like to ask them what they plan for their budget, because now we have a dog in the hunt.
Okay.
Great.
There a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
I'll move, Marty seconded. All those in favor to adjourn, say aye.
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 All those opposed?
Patricia.